Hey, what's up everybody? What's going on? Happy Friday. It's the end of the week. Good times. Thanks for joining me, guys. We're doing it. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. I'm taking a look at you guys in chat right now. What's going on? Welcome everybody. What's up, Avilash, Mitch? Good to see you guys. Thanks for hanging out as usual. So, y'all, we have 10 days left in the Eternal Ascent 3D Community Challenge. That's crazy. That's including today. 10 days including today. We've all been working hard on our art. I actually changed my whole idea. The last 2.5 weeks of streaming that art, I switched it up because I got stuck. I really got stuck and I was struggling with my story. I wasn't happy with my story, and I just felt that there was too many questions, too many unknowns with my art, so I switched it up. I'll show you guys the new art here in just a second. Good to see all you guys. What up, Metatrox? Shoutouts to you, man. Announcement-wise, there's a fix in Unreal Engine for you guys. Technically, it's 119 frames. We need 120 frames, as you guys know, for your submissions. I'll get into that fix here in just a second and how you guys can do that once we hop in. But welcome everybody. It's gonna be a chill stream today. We're just working on art, chipping away, guys. 10 days left. This time next week, all right? When it comes around next Friday, the deadline is on the following Sunday, March 3rd. I hope to be at a place where I'm like in DaVinci, just doing color correction, color grading, all that stuff, and we'll just do a whole stream on that. That's the plan right now. Suprav, what's up? Shoutouts to you, man. That's awesome. The fellas, you hadn't even started yet. It's all good. It's all good. You know, there's no harm in hopping in and seeing what you can do in these last 10 days. It's all good. All good, my friend. How's it going? What's up, Paul? Dude, what is up, man? It was fun seeing your submission in the Rococo challenge. I loved it. Love that style. How's it going? It's going well, dude. It's going well. Like, art-wise, I'm happy I switched my idea. You guys will see it in a second. And then after this, I'm gonna be getting some pizza. I'm gonna be going to a music store and figuring out some hardware. I'm learning about compression right now, and it's a lot more complicated than you'd think. So, yeah, the dude at the music store just like loaned me this gear for a couple days, and he sent me home with it to like study it, and I'm gonna go back today and talk to him about it. Future Music, check out Future Music in Highland Park if you guys are in the area. But guys, as you know, we have the where is it? Super chat card draw situation. If you guys are new to these streams, the way they work, if you guys do a super chat of $5 or more USD, then you get a random card draw, and that gives me like 6 things to do between working out, yoga, playing hacky sack, drinking water, sitting or standing, or you can win assets. And I would love to ask you guys, what are some other fun card draw things? We'll get into it. I would love to know. But let's hop in. Without further ado, I'm looking at you guys here on the chat. Let's do it. Let's switch on over. Let's take a look at the old scene. So this is it. I went with something quite different than what I had last time. And surprisingly enough, this took me like 4 hours to put together, give or take 4 hours or so. It was in like one sitting, and the hardest part was getting these assets. These are just like a ton of different assets down here, all from Megascans, and getting them in stair formation. I still need to like build out some steps up here, make it look a bit more like some steps as opposed to a path. And I want to work on my story, all right? Currently, the way it's reading is, to me at least, is like a suicide thing. And I don't really want that to be the case. I would rather it be a rescue mission. I like the idea of a rescue mission. So I have to figure out a way to get that across. Because right now it looks like this dude's about to jump, there's police down there, yeah, the whole thing, right? My other idea was base jumpers in Yosemite, that's illegal. You can't base jump in Yosemite, which is basically you come to the, you climb a mountain and you have your wingsuit and you jump off and you fly like a squirrel, and the cops do not like that at all. And you got to be quick about it, and or else you'll probably be arrested and all this and that. That's kind of my like second option, but it's so hard for it to not look like a suicide thing when there's cops down there and one dude standing on the edge of a cliff. So, does YouTube like knock you for saying that word? I'm very curious. We'll find out, I guess. The last stream got the monetization got pulled because I showed the AI clips. I guess that's fair because it's monetized by somebody else. But anyway, I'm a scatterbrain. So, as it goes. So the person at the edge of this cliff, yeah, I could probably put him in a wingsuit setup and probably have two guys, right? And that would actually get across the wingsuit vibe. But that's character stuff, cloth stuff, probably stuff I'm not going to be getting into on the stream. That would just be a stream of me watching tutorials. And, yeah, we don't know about that. So I'll probably be continuing to work on the environment, adding some shrubs, some bushes, maybe some snow. I would like to get some snow in there. I have William Fauche's Easy Mapper downloaded. I don't have it quite figured out, but I might mess with that. I might try and throw in some snow assets. I might work the background a little bit more, because it's really just all placeholder right now. And I want it to feel a little bit more vast. So you guys are already throwing me suggestions. I love it. Oh, Steve's in the chat. What's up, Steve Began? Everyone say hello to Sensei Steve. Sensei Steve Began up in here. Dude helped me out in the early Unreal Engine days. Still helping me out, answering questions, solving problems, knocking down little troubleshooting problems left and right. So give a shout out to Steve in chat, everybody. Thanks for being here, man. Let's take a look. If there's a skydiving, add the flare on their leg. Okay. Yes, yes. Let's see. Tell us how to not submit. There's a video that y'all can watch called How Not to Submit on my channel. Watch that video, please. Please, please, please. In fact, that's probably a good one to link. In this video. So, Sotomonte, would you be able to find a link for us? Would you be able to find that how not to submit link and drop it in the chat? That would be very helpful. Thanks. Render Peach, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Congrats for making it this far. Super cool. I love it. Yeah. How do I make the stairs myself? Dude, honestly, here's what I realized during this challenge. I can't make anything handmade or custom, especially during this challenge. Yeah, of course I can make handmade stuff. I love it. I love making photo scans and textures and all this and that. But in terms of making my own 3D character, I'm lost. In terms of like detail modeling a thing, it's just like there's no time. So this is all just Megascan's assets, right? All these different assets that you download from Quixel Bridge, right? I'm gonna hide the fog for a second. I wonder if it's making me chug. Oh, we have all this. We only need these two. This one and that one. All of these can go. And let me take off motion blur in my post-process volume. Oh, let me show you about those fixes. Let me grab a time code here. Helps adding chapters after this video goes live. Oh, what up, Devon Williams up in the house. Man was a groomsman at our wedding. What up, son? Can't wait to see all these submissions. Amir and I. Dude, Amir. Oh, god dang. What up, Amir? I saw your Instagram video. Thanks for sharing those thoughts, man. Good to see you guys. We got a card draw. Did we get a card draw? Keep your eyes peeled for the card draw, guys, because it's creeping up somewhere, some way. Devon, I hope we get workout, because I want you to choose the workout. I might just force it to be a workout for you, because I miss you, dude. Freaking miss you. Shout outs. All right, so card draw in the background, that's gonna happen at some point. I'm turning off motion blur, and I'm gonna show you guys these updates. Let's see, motion blur, let's turn that off. You actually have to set it to 0. Awesome. All right, and then let's see the updates. All right, so in Unreal, if you guys are in Unreal, please listen to this. It's very important. These are important updates that you guys should probably be taking a look at. The project file we gave you guys, it caps at 119. It stops at 119. It'll say 119 of 119. You want it to say 120 of 120. You want to go to frame 119. This red line here, this red bar on the far right, you can't move it in the project file. In order to move that line, okay, there's 2 fixes to add that final frame. In order to move that line, what you gotta do is go to this little cog with the playhead, click it, and uncheck playback range locked. All right, and then you can move it 1 frame back and you'll be set. The other way to do it, this is my preferred way to do it, to be honest, hit this little clapboard when you go to render in your movie render queue, go to settings, and all I'm doing is hitting use custom playback range and setting that to 120. That's it. That's the fix on that. All right, guys. Super, super easy, super simple. What is the time code so I can stamp this later? We're at 18 minutes. The other fix, very important fix, guys, motion blur. Your motion blur is gonna look janky if you don't click the 24 FPS button, your frame rate button, and uncheck lock to display rate at runtime. Uncheck that, please uncheck that. Spread the news with everybody. If you're in Unreal Engine, those are 2 very important fixes for you guys. Let's time code this. All right, Devon, did you get that card draw? Do you guys see any cards fly by? All right. So it'd be nice to add some plants. Let's take a look at our reference. So years and years ago, I went to a place called Canyonlands Arches National Park in Utah, and my God, was it beautiful. We didn't, we went to that park in the snow, and it was beautiful. These aren't my pictures. I actually can't find my pictures. I don't know where they went. I'm in PureRef, and if you select all these photos, hit Control-Alt-Up, it'll make them all the same size, and Control-P will organize them. But Arches National Park in winter looked exactly like this, and it was so beautiful, and I want to capture that. So it'd be cool to add some snow. We'll add some bushes, we'll add some little leafies, right? I think that will help our scene just a bit. Notice the fog here separating all these layers. Great way to add depth to your scene is with these fog cards. You can use Easy Fog from William Fauché if you're in Unreal Engine. Blender, a lot of you guys are in Blender. This is very doable. I'm sure Ian Hubert has some fog solutions and fog cards and whatnot. Let's see. Really, really beautiful sunset if we want to work in some sun up in here. About the lowest res footage you could find, but that's just some fog examples. Yep, here's another classic example of Arches National Park in the winter time. Definitely go if you guys are trying to see a lot of this stuff if you're in the area. So we're gonna try and add some of that stuff and get that locked in. In terms of the character, I was kind of going for this vibe. And maybe we can figure out like what the rescue is. Maybe we can make it a little bit more specific if we're going with the rescue angle. Colin JC with the super chat, I see you. You still can't believe there are only 10 days left. You're super hyped to see everyone's submissions. Me too. Thanks for the amazing chance to improve. Absolutely, I got you, man. Myself and the admins on the Discord server, that's gonna be Sotomonte, Saipo, Ronin, and Bad Cop. We put a lot of effort into making sure this project file and these challenges are as fun and seamless and smooth as possible for you guys. So shout outs to the admins as well on the server. Couldn't do it without you guys. We got Sotomonte behind the scenes, as you guys know, helping me run the stream. Thank you, Sotomonte. And thank you, Colin, for that super chat. Super cool of you, man. 10 days left. Let's knock it out. We got 2 card draws. Soto, can you force a card draw?
Yeah, let's do that. I don't know why it's not working organically, let's say. But yeah, let's do a couple card draws.
All right, Devon, if you don't get hacky sack or workout, we're going to do a hacky sack or we're going to do a workout. Okay. Sotomonte's getting things prepped behind the scenes. Let's see what we can see. But let's say this first one's for Devon, the second one's for Colin. All right, so while we wait on that, if you guys don't know about Quixel Bridge, top left here, this little box with the green plus, Quixel Bridge. All right, and I noticed there was a problem with Quixel that was like a critical problem. If you go to anything, if you browse anything, and it's so chuggy, I don't know why. And if you scrolled down, it would start looping the assets. It wouldn't show you new assets. It would show you looped assets. And you couldn't view anything except for just like, you know, a page's worth of assets on their website or on their plugin, right? And it would say in the bottom left, there's an update. You'd click that and it would take you to the Epic Games launcher. And you'd go to your library and it would take you to the Bridge plugin right here. And it would, you know, say update. You'd click it and it'd be like, can't update, already updated. And you're like, what? But then, of course, Mr. Steve Began, Sensei Steve, was like, click this button, installed plugins, and install it this way, update it that way, and it worked. And now I can browse all their assets. So if you guys have that problem, then please do that. We got a card draw, first card draw. Sit up or stand down. I will do that, and I will sit up to do a workout for you, Devon. But you have to do it with me. Colin, what do you got? What's your card draw? Let's see. I'm writing down time code stuff here. Stretch, yes. All right, how about this? How about we stretch and then we get a workout in? Let's do it nice and early, guys. Join me. All right, so for stretching, I'm actually quite sore from some rock climbing recently, so I could use that. Everyone, get up. Let's do a little stretching together. We'll just do a couple minutes and then we'll do a workout. And before we do that, let me hit you guys. For those of you who can't stretch right now, I'm gonna hit you with a poll. You know what? No, I lied. Devon, you choose. What workout do you want us to do on the stream? Something that's doable within like a minute, okay? Like a minute. Devon, text me even, all right? Just text me. That way I know that I'm gonna get it. I'm not gonna lose it in the chat. And Amir, throw in a bonus workout. Throw in some bonus workout, okay? Let's get the stretch going. Shoulders across the body. I like to do a little bit of circles. Like you can, you know, just do this, but I like to get a little circle action going. That's nice. Straight arm. And if you square your shoulders off to the front, drop your shoulders, and then get that. This could be good. iMix Wayeb, you say that in Blender you need to fix the end frame to 120? Does everyone in Blender have that issue? I didn't think so. All right, let's go up here, right? Touch the back, and then just get a little bit of arm stretch. Careful on this one if you got sensitive shoulders. All right, Devon, are you sure you don't want to do anything crazier than 30 squats? We can do 30 squats. I'm not saying I won't, but if that's your final answer, we'll do 30 squats. Wrist stretches, guys, wrist stretches. A little bit of this, just a little roll it out. Jay, the resolution is in the get started side of the Discord server, but if you're not on Discord, then the resolution is either 1920 by 10, sorry, no, I lied. Resolution is 1080 by 1920 vertical, right? Or 2160 by 3840 4K vertical. All right, Devon said 40 sumo squats. Okay, we're gonna do 40 sumo squats together. After we get some legs. Let's do a leg stretch. Classic leg stretch. Boom. And like I said last time, if you take your hips, right? This is just like whatever. I'm not getting a stretch doing this. You might be, that's okay. You might be getting a stretch by just doing this. But if you take your hips and you tuck them up like this, instead of back like this, you tuck your hips in, you're gonna get a lot more of a stretch on the hip flexor. Other side, always even it out, guys, come on. Denko, it's all good that you just started. That's all good. I believe in you. All right, 40 sumo squats, guys. Join me. Get up off of that seat. Let's do 40 sumo squats and let's get into this art. Here we go. 40. I can hear my knees. Even with the headphones on. 12. Burner. Whew. Oh. Halfway there. Jeez. All right, that was harder than I thought. Sweater's coming off. Goodness. All right, guys. Who got the sumo squats? By a show of hands, let me see those sumo squats. Dude, I'm winded. Thanks, Devon. Shout outs. Oh, man. All right, art. So, luckily for us, I like to keep things easy And under collections, environment, natural, canyons of Utah. Look at that. Let's see. And if we scroll our butts on down, we got some grass. We got some shrubs. Let's grab them. And get us a nice little download there. Man, Quixel is just the best. Everything's so good. And the fact that this is all free is ridiculous. All right, we got some hands. I see some sumo squat people over here. Yeah, Devon, that's what's up. Abhilash, I do not play games on stream, but I love me some games. Sandro, my knees crunched as well. It was like a pepper shaker, just crushing that pepper in your kneecaps. No, your character does not have to be a human. I don't know why imported assets into Blender don't look as good as they do in Unreal for Quixel stuff, but make sure you're downloading the highest LOD level. That's level of detail, LOD. Any advice for mystery internal shoulder pain? Dude, I have mystery internal shoulder pain. And the only thing I could say about that is like stretching it out, I guess. Yoga. I'm not a doctor, dude. I'm gonna get your shoulder snapped off. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, for me, I got that mystery shoulder pain as well, my friend. I figure just blood flow. It needs blood flow to heal. So I know stretching. I know going between hot and cold pool, massages, all that stuff helps with the blood flow. All right, we got all these downloaded. Let's hit the button on the right down here and add it. Still can't see it, but it's right down there. You guys know. And it just brings it in. So under Mega Scans, 3D Plants, boom, we got all of our good stuff here. All of these different levels of detail, different types. Lots of good stuff there. And we can paint that stuff in. So I'll probably add a couple into the corners of this setup here. And some snow. It would be cool to add like some snow to this. And I think there's a way to do it with I'm forgetting the name of the material, but there's certainly a way to snow this up. And if I don't figure it out here on stream, I'll definitely make sure to include it in a breakdown of this art that I'll be making after the fact, guys. Let's take a look at our reference. So this is like real high up in the mountains, right? And notice there's some grass, lots of rock, lots of grass. These water pools are pretty cool. I wonder if like we can get some little pools of water collecting. That would be sweet. I know that with William Fauché's Easy Mapper, you can like paint the water in. So that's an option. But I'm just trying to take a look at where the shrubs are. Here we have bushes, shrubs up here on this little plateau. I wouldn't be surprised if this asset right here was in the Quixel library. We got a little tree bush thingy down there, but nothing really on the edge or on the side. It's really on the flat parts. Yep. Yeah, it grows on the side of the mountain a little bit, it looks like. On the tops, on the sides. Let's see what we can do. So here, if we go to foliage mode, Shift 3 will take you to foliage mode. Let's get rid of all these guys. And let's take a look at like what kind of foliage we're working with here. We got dead shrubs, river something. River, some other things, some tall brush, wild grass. So we could probably do some dead shrubs. Let's see. Let's just see what this looks like. So we can take all this, right? Grab all of these guys, drag them into the foliage here. And if you select all of these, wow, that's a big brush size. Let's take that down to like 20. Right, and you select all these and paint. Look at that. We got some shrubs. Super awesome. And do they move in the wind? Currently they don't, but we probably can get them moving in the wind. Shadow wise, I know there were some shadow options and whatnot that we could work on. But let's just keep seeing what we can do here. So that's what that looks like. Yep. We get them in the corner like that. That's looking real cool. Maybe we can grab some here on the side. And I'm just kind of playing with this a little bit. Shift C will get you back into your camera. And Shift C will get you out. So that's dead shrubs. Let's see about these guys. Some other dead shrubs. Bring those in. Select all those. It won't work if you don't select them up here, so it's kind of the only way to do that. These guys are really bright. See, those are moving, I think. Wow. Looks like they're moving from back here, but I guess they're not moving. That's just too uniform. I kind of like the other one. It feels like it blends in with the scene a little bit more. We can of course change that a bit. And let's see. I wonder if there are some like larger bushes that we can place. Just trying to get a sense of like what we're working with here. Those guys are bright. Probably not what we're going for. Some more river guys. I don't think we need the river guys. I think if you hold shift, it'll erase. Yep, shift will erase. And for those of you just joining, I'm in Unreal Engine, painting foliage in foliage mode on the top left. I grabbed all the foliage assets from Quixel Bridge here. It's all free. Pretty insane. One thing I want to do is kind of work on my foreground a little bit. You can see this asset is just a sharp line right here, so I probably want to work on that. I can make the ramp look a little bit more stair-like up toward the top, and then we can work on the background. So, like I said, I'm scatterbrained, right? So let's go ahead and work on this little foreground bit. Also, one thing to note, this asset, Shift 1 will get us back to select mode. This asset here is literally this asset here. It's the same asset. See that little dark mark here? It's the same asset, so I probably need to adjust that as well. But let's see if I can't clean up this edge here. Just to make it look a little bit more rocky. Now these little ridges here are great for this. If you select the object and you hit the little find button, it'll take you to where it is in the content browser, and then you can kind of find similar assets by dragging them out. That's a huge ridge. I don't want that. See, I like this one because it has a top and a bottom to it, which is really handy. I want a harsher edge. Which these little flat ground guys don't really get me, right? But it really is just a matter of like going through your assets and finding what works best. This might work for us. Let's give it a shot. I'm hitting spacebar to cycle between position, scale, and rotation. And I'm hitting right click and the W, A, S, and D keys to orbit around my scene. Always looking at it from camera view. It's crazy like how you can blend all of these assets together in such a believable way. So what you don't want are these lines, these hard lines. So takes quite a bit of play in to get it right. See, and then there's another hard line right there on the edge. So that may not be the right asset for us. Let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. So it's really this line here that needs to be dirtied up a bit. This right here. I mean, I could take this again. It's working for us. And I'll flip it. And scrunch it? I don't know. See that? It's helping. But you want to hide that line. We're getting a little something here on the edge there, so I want to hide that. This is helping us. How do we patch this area? Let me angle this. Such a fine line here, guys. Maybe flip it and see if this gives us more coverage. It doesn't seem to do. So maybe I take this bit, come up with it. See a line here? I'm just trying to get rid of all these harsh lines. Honestly, you could probably hide some stuff with shrubs too. So Shift 3 brings us to foliage mode. Shift will delete them. I'm trying to find ones that, those darker ones. What are these guys? Let's see. Okay. There it is, just one click. It's floating though. He's floating? Let's see. Let's turn our camera sensitivity down on the top right there. And I'm just clicking once to see what it gives us, and it looks like they really are floating. You can also hand place it too. So content browser, we'll find our 3D plants, our dead shrubs. You can just drag a couple out and make sure it's not floating. Right. Is that a seam there? It's hard to tell. Nope. Yeah, so that's another line I'm trying to fix here. Shift C will get you out of camera view. That's so finicky. So many areas that, yeah, that's another seam, which wasn't there before. Barely there. Let's take a look at more of our assets. These boulders are nice because they don't really have like a floor to them, and you can position them kind of however it works for your scene. The issue with all of this floor business is just the fact that they all have those like hard edges. Right, and then we want to, this is obviously too dark, right? So what I'm going to do is go into the material, and we can tweak its settings. I like going to unlit mode because that gives you the actual color of everything. And we'll check albedo controls here, and we'll work the saturation and the brightness, which that needs to come up. Maybe tint it a little bit. Is that just red? It's hard to tell. Oh, you know what I'm doing? I'm changing. Okay, so this asset is the same as this asset. It's just flipped upside down. So I just made these a lot brighter by changing that material. We can certainly wait, what? I'm so confused. Alright, let's go back on all that then, I guess. One. The tint will remain off. We'll turn that off, and then we're back. Okay. So I would technically need to make a duplicate of that, but I wasn't quite feeling it. I can show you the car lights here in a second. In fact, let's just go to it. So I just followed a tutorial. I googled police lights in Unreal Engine. It's quite simple. So these the ambulance and the police cars are from Kitbash. Kitbash 3D from their like new cargo setup. If you go to window and check cargo, then you should be able to open up cargo, and you can search all their stuff that way. The lights themselves, if I hit G, that's gonna show and hide objects. I like got all the way through the tutorial, ran into kind of a problem, and then like basically just fixed it in a janky way. But what I'm doing is I'll just give you a brief rundown. So I'm using a light function, and a light function is basically something you apply to a light that can, you know, make it, have it be animated or flashing, obviously, in this sense. So I'm gonna browse to it, and I'm gonna find the police lights master material, and I'll show you. Basically, for the police lights, I set the material domain to a light function, and that's just gonna give you the emissive channel here. But all you really are looking at is this right here. It's a time, because we're working with time, right? And it's being multiplied by 1.57 into a sine, which I think the sine, it's a sine wave that's continuously just moving. I don't quite understand it, but it's just it's giving you this color, right? And then it's looping. This duplicate here is causing the double flash. Da 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 da. Without that, it would just be like a single flash. This is just duplicated down here for the blue light, so it goes back and forth between red and blue, and that just goes into a lerp, which is controlling when it's red and blue using this if situation here. I didn't quite understand this. Again, I followed a tutorial, guys. And it goes into an intensity, which gets put into emissive color. From there, you make some instances. I put them on some lights, and we got some flashing police lights. Technically, the light bar is not actually flashing, but it gives us that effect that we need. Pretty cool. Oh, Steve, I love it. I love all the help here in chat. We could do a whole other stream together and just get all that good info. Yeah, there's so many things I don't know, guys. Like, that's why 3D is so much fun for me, is I'm always learning stuff. And that's just the most exciting thing. All right, let's see about this. Let's try and color this guy. Blend it in a little bit more. I don't think I'm using this material in my scene. I'll go to unlit mode and try and match this thing. So again, we'll check the albedo controls. We'll turn up the brightness. Get the saturation. And it doesn't have to be like perfectly matched color-wise. There's gonna be some inconsistencies, no doubt. I wonder if I can like... Always look at it from camera view. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I gotta work in the penguin somewhere. You guys know I try and work in a little penguin. Oh, Johnny Bosworth. What's up, dude? Good to see you, man. We got Rococo in here as well. Shoot. All the friends are in here today. Is the volumetric fog from UDS or are they just VDBs? Sam, I'm assuming that's you. This is just a VDB. VDB clouds, man. This guy, these heterogeneous volumes. And dude, it works so well. And you can animate this too. I'm gonna animate this so it looks like they're like way up there and the clouds are just flying through. And we have some more down there. As far as UDS goes, like, yeah, there's some fog. There's some fog. But a lot of it is the volumetric VDB here, which I will get into, certainly. So I was going for this kind of vibe, right? And if we up that saturation in our post-process volume, get that back in here, type in saturation, get it like 1.15, 1.2, just a little something. Obviously, we'll do some color correction after the fact, and I'm hoping that'll be next Friday's stream. All right, so let's see. Yeah, dude, those VDBs are killer. Love it. Folio, what's up, dude? You did your squats and now you're placing shrubs? Hold on. Oh, you're saying that's what I did. I got you. Yes, that's a good summation of what's going on here. What do we want to do? I was excited about something. What was I excited about? shoot, I forget. Maybe backgrounds? Oh, the penguin. Yes. Let me see if I can get this penguin out here. It's like never... Is this cleaned? Let me see, hold on. So we gotta find a spot for our little penguin friend. Always. Meshes. New folder, Control-Shift-N. Let's see. What? Let's try dragging this guy in. Oh no. Deco Dense. Yes. I have done that in the past. So I have 2 streams. They're about 3 hours long where I make a piece of art from start to finish in Unreal. It would be fun to do more like stream long challenges. I'm down with that, man. And we can get some friends on the stream too. All right, what is this just like the import thing, but a weird view of it? What is going on? Why does it look like this? Let's just see what it gives us. Yeah. I thought I had a cleaned version of this guy. Maybe it's under photo scans? Hold on. Be gone. Be gone. Hey, Steve, what's the best way to delete something without getting the forced delete situation? I'm very curious. Scratch, what made me change my idea? So I got stuck with my last idea. I didn't really know what to do story-wise, and I still had so much to do for the foreground. And the only thing I could think of foreground-wise required me to do it without assets, all custom. So I was like, you know what? No, I was in my scene, and what I did, honestly, no joke, what I did was, I'll show you. I'll open up DaVinci and I'll show you. All I did was raise this mountain up. I was in my previous scene. I mean, here, I can just open it. Hold on. I was in this scene, and let me open the sequence. Oh, come on. Yeah, you guys know the camera angle. I was in here, and I was looking at it, and I was just like, dude, I have so much to go. And normally it was like all this stuff was out. It was like, this was all down there. This was just down there, right? And we were looking at this like expanse. And I'm like, dude, I have so much to do in the foreground. This asset here needs work. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the stairs, how I'm gonna do that. And then I took this mountain and I just raised it up. And I was like, yo, honestly, that's super cool. And then I thought about rock climbing because I rock climb. And I was like, okay, I'm going to make it like a rescue mission thing. Like literally all it took was me doing that. And I was like, perfect. So that's how that came about, which is crazy, huh? Let's see, where is it? Idea 2. Simpleton, the answer to your question, I see there's a how not to submit a video pin, but is there a how to submit a video? It's the same thing, it's just the title. I could have easily named it how to submit. Definitely check out that video, my friend. Definitely do that. All right, penguins. Photo scans. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah, nanite. Collision, sure. Don't create a material. And we'll make one together. New material. We'll call this master material Penguin. I'll drag in this texture. Drag the RGB into the base color. And we'll right click specular. We'll promote that. We'll set that to a default of 0.5. And we'll right click roughness. We'll set that to a default of 1. I believe that is the Quixel Bridge defaults. And I think that's all we honestly need. We'll save that. Close. Right click that master material, make a material instance. We'll open up this penguin model, and I'm gonna drag that material instance into the material slot so it just spawns with the material. And we'll set the relative error fallback to 0. That's gonna make sure that there aren't any weird janky shadows, and if we want to path trace, it's not using the fallback mesh. Something I learned from you guys on stream, from Metatrox last stream. Would you like to save? Yes. Let's drag our little guy. Whoa, he's not little. He is not little. You gotta throw the penguin in, man. You gotta have the penguin going. That's an odd one. He's not going there. Look, I'll tell you that much. He's not going there. But he's going somewhere. I don't know where. But he's going somewhere. Technically, 0.01 brings him to his actual size. I mean, he's got to go somewhere in the foreground, right? Oh, weird. This is hidden. I should have had that hidden. I'm gonna just delete that. Yeah. Where are we gonna put this little guy? You could put him like down here somewhere. Oh, let me go to foliage mode and erase. Why can I not? Okay, that's why. So these have to be selected. They have to be checked in order to get this. And I'm holding shift to erase. Shift 1 brings me back to selection mode here on the top left. And we gotta find a little good spot for our little penguin friend. I don't know where though. Where? I mean, he could be like looking out here somewhere. Like on this ridge over here. We'll find a good place for him. Dangling from the backpack would be a classic. I actually did that on my very first 3D challenge render. I had it dangling from the backpack. It's not a bad idea. If this is a rescue dude, I probably wouldn't. Yeah, I could attach it to the character's hand for sure. For sure. Oh, make the head pop out of the backpack just a little bit. Okay, I'll show you how we'll do that. That's cute. So in the sequencer, I'll grab Pangy here and we'll bring him in. And we'll want to attach him to the character. So that's our skeletal mesh medium narrow hiking 1. We'll attach him to the... what would that be for the backpack? What's up, Logan? What are some big things I learned this challenge? That's a good question. Thank you for the super chat, for your very first super chat. I like that. Some things I learned on this challenge. My goodness, play to my strengths. Play to my strengths, and that is kit bashing stuff. Kit bashing environments, making environments. Those are my strengths. I guess don't be afraid to switch your idea halfway through if it's not working. That's a big one for sure. What else did I learn? Or have I learned so far? Dude, I learned a lot about character stuff. Thank you, Sam from Rococo, for hopping in with me and teaching me about retargeting. Learned a lot about that. I learned little small things like the console variables, right? You can save these presets, super cool. And just load them into your scene immediately. What else? I learned about the fallback mesh. I'm learning little things on how to control and harness the power of Unreal Engine a little bit more, day by day. Is this guy? So this guy be? No, we need that guy. We need that guy for sure. What about this one? No, we need that guy too. Other things I learned. Man, I have a whole list. Let's see. I've been doing this. You guys should do this too. Troubleshoot log. Look at this. This is all the things I've learned. So I didn't know this stuff going in, but now I do because it's written down and I'm not going to forget it because it's written down. So all these little things, all these little console variables. I learned about VDBs, how to get these VDBs set up. Super cool. Shoutouts to Winbush, who's also going to be a judge on March 9th when we get together on Saturday. It'll be me, Gavin Shapiro, and Winbush together taking a look at your top 100. I learned a lot about foliage. I'm still learning about foliage now. I learned that I need a lot of work with characters. I need to brush up on my character stuff. I'm going to be taking a character course, actually, an 8-week course pretty soon with CG Pro. So that's going to be sweet. I'm very excited about that. And, you know, maybe I'll make a video about all the stuff I learned afterwards. But other things like, yeah, time management is a big one for sure. Most definitely, because I would prefer to be chipping away at this at least once a day. I don't want to skip a day, but never skip more than 2 days. I need to be making constant progress on this. So that's a big thing. Also, I learned that like it's hard to get work done on a stream. I'm not gonna lie. When I'm by myself, you know, there's a feeling or a sense of needing to entertain when I'm on a stream. Because if it was just me sitting here quiet looking at tutorials, you know, that's a thing. But I'd rather engage with you guys a little bit. So I have to recognize that like on a stream, there's a chance that I might, you know, I'll probably undo all this grass and rethink it. Really think about where I'm putting this grass. You know, like story-wise, I'm gonna figure out what the heck is going on up here. But it's good. I'm working on the project, getting stuff done, and it's helpful to have you guys here hanging out, you know. What do you think about doing a challenge using the phone only? That's insane. How? What? How? Steve, we'll talk. It's the metahuman one. The metahuman one is the one I'll be doing. Maybe you know the guy. But that's super cool. But hey, thanks for that super chat, Logan. I appreciate that. All right. What can we do here? I would like to work out this background and figure this background out. Let's see. Yeah, we were gonna connect the guy to this backpack. I just don't know what route the backpack is on. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll show you how to do it anyway, because I did it with the helmet. That's how I connected the helmet, right, to the character's head. So that's good to know. Like I said, we drug the we dragged the character that we wanted, or the object we wanted to attach, into the sequencer, right? So the penguin is in the sequencer. I'm actually gonna duplicate the penguin because I want them sitting on that ledge, right? Penguin 2 will drag in. All right, and I'm gonna attach this guy to the character, and we'll just attach it to like the head, right? And then the character flies off in some crazy direction. Let's bring this timeline open. Let's open up the timeline a little bit. And the only way I know of doing this is just to manually drag it. I don't know why it snaps off crazy weird like that. But I just get this thing in place. And it's attached, right? It's attached. It's as easy as that. Whoa, hit F to snap the camera to whatever you have selected. Ayadi Gaming or Games, I agree with you. I think a helicopter would be sweet. That's kind of what I was going for, or had in mind rather. You know, and there you go. You got a little penguin chilling on the dude's head. Very easy to attach stuff in Unreal Engine. Yes, get out. Pengy 2, be gone. Cool. All right, let's work the background. It's time, guys, it's time. Let's get rid of the fog. These VDBs. So we have this version with the road down below. That's pretty cool. Yeah, get rid of that. Color is quite off here. It's pretty saturated, maybe a little green. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at our cliff options here, okay? So, in the content browser, we got the Mega Scans, 3D assets, and we have rock. These are rock formations, cliff base. We have boulders, rocky ground, cliff base. It's none of those. We have sandstone, Butte Cliff, sandstone cliff. So this is starting to be a thing. Right, if we scale that up times 20. Wow, okay. 10, perhaps. Right, that's just insane. The fact that you can just drag, what am I saying? Drag this in like that. And if we bring it closer, and we get a little bit of fog separation, like this could be a cool little ridge across the way. Maybe hide this. And maybe, like, you see hide this guy. Oh, that's pretty cool. Rope bridge is not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. I'm gonna write that down. Yeah, it'll connect our foreground to the background, potentially. Can I explain how I did the fog? I will do my best. I followed 2 tutorials. That's what got me to this point. I'll share them with you here. So we got a Windbush tutorial. What up, what up? So VDBs are way easier than we thought, right? That's one video. Windbush VDBs. All right, let's pull the link for you guys. And then, where's chat? Where'd you guys go? Boom, there's one. And then this other one by this dude. This guy. Post-processed, complete Unreal Engine 5.3 VDB pipeline. Both of those, he references the Windbush tutorial, right? So that is the short answer. And the long answer would essentially be me trying to explain it from what I remember, which is basically, let me find the VDBs. So there's this thing called a sparse volume material. You can just drag your VDB in. Let me give it a shot. 3D models, VDBs, Cloud Pack, and we'll bring in variant 9. Let's try that. Let's import that. Who knows? Variant 9. All right, so variant 9, I'm gonna just drag in, which I can't. I can't do that. So I think what I have to do is make that heterogeneous cloud volume, this heterogeneous volume. And that, where did I create that from? Maybe if I try searching in the content for heterogeneous, no, it could be a thing we find from the place actors window. There it is, heterogeneous volume. You'll drag that in. And that's just doing nothing, sitting there. I'll click that, and I'm assuming it needs to reference this guy here. So the element, materials, the materials. I'll drag a material in, but in terms of the actual volume, how do I attach the volume to this? Or the VDB, rather. Let's check the one that's already set up. Ooh, Metatrox. Oh, I see. So that's basically the place actors window. Do that. Okay. Yeah, there's like a, I guess there's a way to add the VDB to this. And I don't know where it is. Oh, the volume referenced is inside the material. Oh, okay. Okay, so the volume reference is in the material. So I would make a new material. Let's create a material instance from that. We'll call this thinner 09 because we're going to use the 09 variant. And we'll change this to cloud 09. And when I put that on this guy that we just made, where is this? Let's zero it out. There it is. Hey, look at that. Nice little cloud volume we got. And you can change the material settings. We can change the albedo scale. So that's going to be all right, guys. I think we're back. Let's see. Let me go back to Discord. Yeah. You guys doing okay? Yeah. Stream wise, we good? Getting YouTube errors. I think we're good. I think we good. Let's switch back. Yeah. Thanks, guys. All right. So, clouds. Let's hop into the sequencer. Go back in. And we can totally do like above the clouds type of situation. Like this. We can set this to like 5 or something. But yeah, man, VDBs, like they changes everything. Looks so cool. And then we can like take the ultra dynamic sky lighting. We can add a little bit of sun to this. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And it just changed the whole vibe right there. It's crazy how much of a difference that is. Bright and early, and then it's a little saturated, right? So post-process volume. We'll go back to our saturation. This is just me playing around. Like, there's let's see, ultra dynamic sky. I think has its own saturation. Yeah, it's a little oversaturated up there, but I'm just messing. God dang, it's beautiful, so beautiful. Let's keep playing though. Power of VDBs. Super cool. Like if this dude had a wingsuit and then that guy had a wingsuit, that would be pretty sweet. All right, let's extend. Alex, can you explain how I got the stairs incorporated into the rocks? You're trying to do something similar. Yes, I just spent a few hours using these Megascans assets like this and blending them all in. Right? So none of that looks blended. But if you position everything and in a certain way, you build your Legos out, right? Like this is just a random rock that fills this gap. Right? Ooh, maybe we can get the penguin in there. A little crevice or something. That's fun. Let's see. Let me log into cargo. See if they have a helicopter. I don't know. I think they only have a crashed helicopter. Yeah, they have this crashed helicopter. Let's try air vehicles. Yeah, okay. They have a drone, they have a crashed helicopter. Honestly, crashed helicopter could be cool. I think I already have it in my scene. Cargo, let's see, actors. Chopper. It's gonna be hard to tell it's a helicopter though. Pretty difficult. We'll want to get it right on that silhouette, right on the ridge line there, so we can see it way out there. I guess this is very Death Stranding, you know, to have a little outpost up there, which I'm a fan of. I love that. I think that's kind of cool. And it's very reflective for some reason, so I'm gonna change that. It's catching the light right there. I think there's a lot of materials that make up this guy, so maybe the best way to do it, instead of having to change all those materials, what I'll do is just push it back in space. And maybe I'll scale it up a little bit. And then bring it down just enough. There we go. So it looks like it's on the ridge, but actually it's not. That's cool. I think I have some assets like let's see. I have these. Where CG Trader. Antennas. Antennas. Yes, I have all these antennas. Let's try these out. Scale-wise, who knows? Who knows? Import scale, let's just try 1. And hope that they come in properly. And you know what, dude? Let's keep looking at Kitbash, because I think there's some cool ridgeline potential here. Let's go to models and let's try battlefields. We want like a Death Stranding outpost. So they need like a little antenna situation like this. That's interesting. We don't even need the high res. We can just download the 1K materials. And that's gonna import in. Hopefully I got the Kitbash button checked. Yep, looks like we're good. Let's see what else we got. It's a fun little watchtower. We need like, ooh, kitchen tent. That's fun. Let's download that. Man, that's crazy. All these like broken buildings and stuff. Super cool. Radar. Let's get the radar. We need the radar. We need just like some real bare bones kind of setup. Again, thinking like Death Stranding. Let's import that. I think this is plenty. Because they would have had to airlift all this stuff in. All right, and then maybe some containers, a little supply room. All right, that should do us. Fody, I agree. The red is a little much. It's just like a block of color. I agree. I think it needs work. What headphones? These are the Bose Quality Comfort or Comfort Quality 2. I think they have the 3 out. There maybe even the 4 at this point. But I love my 2s, man. I think they're nice. All right, let's drag all the Kitbash stuff over here. Not including, let's see, where's the, which one is this? There we go. And we're just going for silhouette. Like technically this stuff, right? We don't have to get it perfectly in place. We're just going for silhouette. So we have a radar. We have, what is this? Our little kitchen. We got our mess hall. And we have our little radar dish thingy. Probably get rid of the radar. This can probably be tucked up against this thing. And this would be something like that, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's more stuff. Wait, no, I lied. Just 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. What's this other stuff then? That. All right. More little silhouette stuff. I don't know what that is. Delete that. Let's roll with that. So these 4. And I want to rotate it to find the best silhouette. Probably like that. And we can scale that up. Pretty cool. Little outpost up there. And then I brought those antennas in. All of these guys. And is this what I want? No, there's yeah, actually. So there's this antenna, which we can probably scale up. We can probably take that up quite a bit. That's a little bit much, huh? It's like we need that without all the radar stuff on it. We could also just rotate it and see if there's a thinner profile. And you know what we could also do, one extra, is give it a material. I'm just gonna quickly make a material here. I'm gonna be real lazy with this, not even gonna name it. I'm simply gonna give it a base color, promote that to a parameter so we can change it, save, make a material instance, apply it, and then change the color to kind of white. So it's not as sharp. Okay, but it still needs a little bit of fog. Let me get rid of that. Holding Alt, I'll bring this cloud back. And we want to get it in front there, just like that. Yep. And we'll change the material on this. Let's switch out for this Clouds Thinner 09 and just work this material. Well, technically, it can be that thick. Ah, no, that's weird. Let's get this up in the clouds. I'm gonna up my camera sensitivity so I can fly over here. Put this in the fog. This whole base in the fog. And I'm gonna scale up the VDB. Probably put it behind as well. Really scale it up. Kind of like this, like slash down the frame here, and then this other slash coming down this way. We could scale it, open it up a little bit more, push it down. Oh wow, that's large. This is cool coming out between these two here. Dude, these VDBs are awesome. And then I'm gonna just take the thickness down. We can create a dynamic material here. And we can control all of our thickness this way. Wait, what happened? Why did it reset, revert, dynamic? Why? I don't know. Let's not do that. And we can animate these clouds too. All right, let's see what we can get on the right side. Back to our... See, this all started because I busted out this one asset. But let's go back and see what other assets we have. I'm probably going to call it in like 15 minutes or so, guys. Just to give you a heads up, but we'll go through the end here. Let's see, mega scans. Sandstone cliff. Okay. Another cliff. That's just a wall. This one is insane. This, look how big this is. This is not scaled up. This is just default freaking mountains. Let's see what happens if we put these guys like way back here. I can delete these. I don't need this. Just to this. But this, if we scale this up, push it back. And let's see, where's that gizmo? Dude, that is just crazy to me. Yeah, just getting a little bit of something back there. And then maybe like that has sunlight or something. So for a sunlight blast, what I'll try here is a spotlight. Let's grab a spotlight. Let's bring it out. Let's turn it up. and see if we can't get it to shine some light onto something. All right, there we go. We got light shining onto this little cliff here. Cool. Let's bring it up. We'll rotate it, point it down. And let's go ahead. The attenuation radius, that's basically how far the light travels. So we want it to travel infinitely. So just a bunch of 9s, right? Infinite travel on that. And I'm gonna check the temperature box. We'll go with like 4200 for some warmth. And let's take this up to like, geez, okay. 2000 doesn't do it. 50,000. So like we're gonna try and fake some sunlight. And I'm gonna take the cone. Where is it? Outer cone angle. Bring it in. So it's like shining through the clouds. And try and get some God rays coming down onto this outpost. I'll open up that angle a little bit more. And we'll increase the intensity again. Cool. We're starting to get that like concept art look, which I love so much. Just trying to make it brighter and brighter. For the shadows, we'll do ray trace shadows. Enable the ray trace shadows. Whoa. Look at the difference, dude. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Ray trace shadows on the spotlight. It looks horrible. I'll tell you why. If you click on this material and or the object rather, let's navigate to it by selecting it on the right, and we'll hit the little folder with the magnifying glass. We're gonna open it up, and this is the thing that I learned last week from Metatrox. So if you take the fallback target, it's basically lighting the lowest LOD version of this thing. Like, it's super low poly. Let me show you. If I switch to path tracing, see how it's got super low poly? It's using the fallback mesh, I believe is what it's called, well, for path tracer, it's just using that as the mesh, but for the shadows, I believe it's using the fallback mesh for path trace, or for the ray trace shadows. But we're looking at the high poly mesh, the nanite mesh, with the fallback mesh as the shadow catcher, essentially. So we want to just make sure those are the same thing. It's using the highest quality one for the shadows. You do that by going into the material, or the model rather, take the fallback target, relative error to 0, and let's see if this works. It's going to take a second, and it should fix it. If not, we'll check the preserve area box, and then that should do it justice. Metatrox, thanks, dude. I learned that from you last stream. Very good stuff. Steve, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad I switched up my idea. I was kind of nervous to do it because I didn't know what I would switch to, but it just came with playing with that idea a little bit more, my original, which set my mind in a different direction, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do this. We made it happen, so that was cool. Yeah, Light Forge, you can fix it with one press of a button. Yep, after the stream last week, I hit up Metatrox and he told me about Light Forge. But hey, look at that, look at that, look at that. It fixed it, right? That's good. So back in, it's a little too, that cone angle is a little too much. And let's try and up the volumetric scattering intensity. If I just set that to 10. Okay, so that hits the clouds. That's cool. And if we actually take that cloud and we duplicate this cloud, move it up, and we give it a little bit more, say we make it a little bit larger, we'll see that shaft of light through the fog. It's not quite looking like the sun is shining down on that yet, so I'm gonna have to look at a bit more reference. We might be able to hit the actual buildings too. Where's my spotlight? Hit those buildings. That's pretty cool. It's like catching the light like that, the antenna. See, this is what I wish I saw on my hikes. We can take the antenna material. It was a white material. Let's take that, go to the master material, and add a couple more things. I want to make it shiny, so metallic we'll take to 1. The base color we'll take to white. Specular we'll set to 1. Roughness we'll set to, right now we're in a chrome ball, right? We'll set that to like 0.5. And then the base color, we can probably just take it down a little bit. Let's save that. They're all editable, right? So you see now it got glossy up there. And it needs a little swing off the top, but let's bring that down. It's a little much. It's a little much. And this is why we use material instances, is to quickly adjust the look in real time of the materials in our scene. If we were to use the master material, I'd have to go in here, change it, save it, update it. It's not for that. The master material is like the parent material, which creates all the children, the child materials, and all that good stuff. But yeah, a little light swing off of that would be sweet. In Unreal, you could hit with the post-process, you could hit it with the bloom. But I'm doing all this later. Convolution. I can never get to work. It's working, I guess, a little bit, but not how I want it. Not that spot. Little bloom on that. I guess it would be the threshold, right? So let's go back to convolution. Take it to like 20. See, we're catching it. 30, catching it. And why? Why can't I change the threshold? I guess I'll have to do it as a standard. Bring the threshold up. Right, so it's getting just the antenna tip. And we'll take the intensity up to like 20. Hey, but that's pretty sweet. You know, I'm pretty happy with the stream today. Pretty happy with what we did here with the scene. I'm gonna take this, think about it. I'll probably switch it up a little bit, but this is some good brainstorming. Very, very good brainstorming. I love it. I'll take a look at the chat here. We'll hit Q&A for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna call it. Metatrox says, use the bloom in camera instead, perhaps. What is the difference on that, Metatrox? Why would I use the camera bloom versus a post-process bloom? But how are you guys doing, though? You guys feeling good with the challenge and everything? We got 10 more days until the deadline. You guys having fun with it? Like, tell me about your process a little bit. I'll take a little bit of time to hang with you guys. What made me choose vertical resolution? I always want to mix it up with each challenge. And to me, that was a way of mixing it up. It was also a cool way to justify the, like, walking up the steps. I wanted it to be, I don't know, it felt better with the steps going up, vertical resolution. It would have left a lot of blank space if we did that in a horizontal. I can show you the tests we did, actually. Let me show you all these, dude, we did so many versions of this. Let's see. There was a lot of testing. This is fun. All right, let me show this to you guys. All right, let me switch over. So, let me take a look here. I have so many tabs open. Jeez. Come on now. All right, you guys can see this, right? Yeah. So it started out, this is version 8, going up some steps. And this is Gavin just experimenting, sending different versions to me, like trying to figure out what we want to do with this. Zoom in a little bit. We slowed it down, right? Try to get this going, and then we were playing with like the scale of everything. How big do we want the character on screen? And then I did a widescreen test. and it was just too much on the left to be filled out. This would take people, like, this would take forever. And then we started getting into like crazy angles like this, and I thought it would be cool to like look down, you know, and get a real sense of height with it. I thought that could be cool. Trying different versions of that. Here I'm testing, this is where I got the mocap data in, but not turning, it's still going straight. And we're testing like, what does it look like with a bunch of detail from the foreground all the way up to the background. These are different step lengths we're testing, right? Different speeds, different rates of stepping, different scaling, right? We were going back and forth, and I think this is what it landed on. This is where we ended up. These are all the different lighting versions of that, right? So yeah, lots of testing, lots and lots of testing on these. So yeah, we felt vertical ended up being a cool mix-up, a cool way to do it. So good question. Yeti. All right, so you say that this one has been more about you trying to find different options. Usually fall back on Blender, but you went whole hog into Unreal this time, and are learning a lot. That's cool, man. I like that. Let's see, what else do we got? What else do we got? What do I think about people sneaking in pizzas? I think it's cool that there is Easter eggs within the community. I think it's great. Oh man, cramp, leg cramp. Oh, that's not good. Oh. That was close, super close. Let's see. Questions. What do you use for the fog? Where'd you get it, Dan? I'm using VDB packs, just random VDB cloud packs. I can't remember the name of the pack. It's literally just called like clouds or something on my computer. I wish I could give you a better answer, but yeah, just grab some cloud VDBs. I think there's probably some free ones online. Check Gumroad. I would check Gumroad for sure. Just Franz, what would be the best way to replace your character in C4D? I would watch stream number 2. Go back on my channel, look at the live streams. Stream number 2 with Sam from Rococo. He talks about retargeting in all programs, most programs, the main ones. So go check those out. We cover Cinema 4D. Collider, what's up? Thank you for the super chat. Very kind of you. Time for some stretches. All right, we'll see. The cards will be drawn. Thank you so much for the stream. Very helpful as always. Let's see what we get. We got stretches. Let's do it. All right, we're gonna call it with some stretches, guys. Now I'm gonna get some food. It's pizza time. All right, chest opener. Take your hands behind the back, like this, and straighten your arms, puff out your chest. You can bring your arms up like this for a deeper stretch, a little shoulder stretch. Some neck and shoulders. Oh man, I went climbing the other day in the gym. And the gym's dangerous because oh man, you just get hopping on that wall and you start climbing those climbs you should probably be warming up for, but you don't warm up. Yeah, that's why the gym is dangerous. And because it's just so fun. But I pulled something in my neck. So this is good. I need this. Forearms, right? So take your hand, boom, like this, straighten your arm out. Real good. Real nice stretch. Let's see. I really appreciate you guys doing these live streams with me and these challenges with me. We're on our 8th one, guys. It's been almost 4 years. It has been 4 years since we've been doing this. That's a long time. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that long, but 4 years of doing these challenges is pretty sweet. This time next year, we'll be on our 10th challenge. Is that considered a 10th anniversary? Or is that the 5th anniversary on the 10th challenge? Regardless, it's going to be something special. I don't know what we're doing for it. I don't know what we're doing for the August challenge. All I know is we got 10 days left on this thing. Fabricio, what's up, dude? Hey, how you doing? I'm glad you like the new animation. I like it too. I think I'm feeling a lot better about it. And yeah, man, agreed. Like, I just love climbing and hiking and love that it's found its way into the art. Super cool. Just Franz, good luck with that. Thank you. Let's get a little side stretch. Arms up. Reach up high. And then keep your hips where they are, but lean over to the left. Oh, keep your ribs, your bottom ribs, rotated up toward the ceiling. And hit the other side. It's good. And then you do cactus arms. Get a little back bend. That's good. Real good stretch. Thank you. Who was that with that super chat? Collider, appreciate that. Very, very much. That was good. Got the blood flowing, keeping me nice and healthy. Guys, thank you, guys and gals. I know it's mostly an audience of dudes. I say guys all the time, but I know there's some gals out there as well. Y'all, thank you very much for hopping on with me. I'll see you next week, same time, same day. That'll be the last stream before the submission deadline, guys. We'll probably be, if I'm lucky, if I'm very lucky, we're gonna be in DaVinci. We might be in After Effects. We might be doing some post-processing cool stuff. That's the goal for me, all right? Is have all that ready by then and do a whole stream of what I do to a render once it's rendered out of the program. So y'all have a good one. Thank you very, very much for stopping by. Best of luck to you guys and have an awesome, awesome weekend. We'll catch you later. Peace out, y'all. Later.